Hi guys, welcome back to the wood turning section of my YouTube channel. Sorry I keep saying that, but I do game videos as well, so I just say that to differentiate at the start. Right, we're carrying on with the hints and tips section. Thought I'd do a few videos, maybe some hints and tips that you've not heard of, maybe be of help to you. Right, pen turners. We all enjoy turning pens, or at least I do, and there's quite a few with me as well. We have a small problem, don't we? Keeping track of all the different bushings for the pens. Different pens need different pen bushings. There's literally hundreds of different ones. So, what do? Well, what I generally do is I use film canisters. Put the bushings in there, right on the side, what's in them, and there you go. Keeps them nice and safe, and you know what's in there. The good thing about using film canisters is that they're big enough to take some of the large pen bushings. You know, some of the big ones for the cigar pens and the really posh pens that you can get. The big desk pens. You know, some of the bushings can be quite large. Well, a film canister will hold them quite easily. That's what I use. I generally put them into these, right on the side, what they are, and then I use a margarine carton, an empty one of course, and I store these in upright, and it keeps track of them. I've been using that for quite a number of years now, and I've not managed to lose any bushings yet, so there you go. Right, onwards and upwards. This is next. I don't know about you, but me, I've got several tool rests that I enjoy using. Now the problem is, how do you store them? Well, I've found an answer to that one. At garden centres and hardware shops, you can usually find these things. Basically, they're intended for putting on your inside of your shed walls and putting spades and shovels through. They're made for holding garden implements, rakes, spades, shovels, stuff like that. But look at them, they work great as tool rest holders. I've got a few of them. I've got that one there. There's another one. There's another one, another one, another one. See, they work brilliant. Keeps them nice and safe. They're easy to get at, easy to get the tool rest in and out of. You know, it's just a couple of seconds to change your tool rest, and they're nice and safe, and you know where they are. You're not having to go scraping through the shavings to find your tool rest. Right, what was next? See, I forgot again. This is the problem with my brain. I've been taking prescription painkillers for upwards of 15 years now, and over the years they've destroyed my short-term memory. It has absolutely been destroyed. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Hang on a minute guys, if you'll just bear with me. Right guys, come back to the light. I mentioned these things in a preceding video. It's a Spyderco ceramic slipstone that I use for touching up the edges of my turning tools. I'm not lucky enough to have space enough to keep a grinder out all the time, so basically I have a grinding day once a week. Any tools that I've used that week get sharpened on that particular day. So in between, obviously, you know, a turning tool isn't going to last a week between sharpenings. So I touch up the edges with this thing. Works brilliant. A couple of strokes and the back razor sharp again. Highly recommend these things, guys. But they're not just good for that. They work for other things as well. Let me show you. If you'll just bear with me for a couple of seconds. Here, I hope the cameras can see that. Here we have a beading and parting tool. You see, beading parting tool. It used to be a bidan, but I couldn't get on with it very well, so I turned it into a beading and parting tool. Here we go. You see, you just lay the slipstone onto the bevel like so. See that? And give it a couple of backwards and forwards movements. Swap over onto the other bevel. A couple of backwards and forwards movements, and that's all that's needed. That will be razor sharp now. I'll just do that again in a different position, just in case the camera didn't quite capture it. There we go, onto the bevel. Upwards and downwards. Swap to the other bevel. And that will be lovely and sharp. That's all that's needed. These ceramic slipstones work amazingly quickly. They are fantastic. You can use it for all sorts. You know, your scrapers, if you're wanting to put what they call it, if you're wanting to use a ticketing tool on your scraper, well, you would sharpen it with a bench grinder. You would then be left with a burr. Well, use one of these. I'm not going to take this burr off because it's not an old one, but basically, to get rid of that burr, use one of these. You just place it on, give it a few rubs, like so, and it would take that burr off in no time. Also, I don't know if you can see that, how smooth and shiny that is. I've prepared the top surface of my scrapers with this. You get them from the factory, and alright, they feel fairly smooth, but they're not very smooth. So I spend a bit of time going over it with this, and I think this is 10,000 grit, so the surface that it then leaves is polished. You can see right on the tip of that. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually polished, and you'll get a more even, refined burr when you sharpen it, which works better. Right, you can use them for all sorts of stuff, guys. You know, a lot of people go running to the grinder when there's really no need. All you need is to touch up the bevel, touch up the edge with one of these. They work fantastically well. They're not cheap at all. I think I paid about £35 for this one, which would be about, what, $50, something like that. But you've got a fine and a super fine, and basically this will last a lifetime. It's synthetic sapphire, impregnated into a ceramic substrate, which is then put in an oven and baked at something like 2,000 or 3,000 degrees for about a week, and it comes out rock hard. This thing is not going to wear away. You know, like a diamond home will. Eventually you will need to replace it. I know they take a long time, but you will eventually need to replace it. This thing will last a lifetime. They're brilliant. Highly recommend them, guys. Spyderco ceramic slipstones. They're brilliant. You can get them single as well. You can get one that's just super fine or fine, but this one's got both on, and it works stupendously well. You'd be surprised how many times per week I reach for this thing just to touch up those edges, and you'd be surprised, a couple of sweeps backwards and forwards with this thing on the edge, and it's razor sharp. It's as sharp as what it comes off the grinder, but without taking nearly as much metal off, because when you go to the grinder you're grinding away needless metal. It's just it's pointless. What else were we going to mention? I'm sure there was something else. Again guys, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll end this video, have a little think, and then make another video for you guys to watch. Right, I'd like to thank you for watching. Hope you'll join me again. If you did enjoy the video, if it's any help, maybe you'd like to click on that thumbs up button or icon, and if you enjoy the videos as a whole, maybe you'd like to keep up to date, if you'd like to join and subscribe, that would be very good. Right guys, I'll let you guys get off, get some wood turning done. That's where you should be, in your workshops, not watching me. Get in your workshops and get something turned. Right, catch you later guys. Be careful in those workshops. Bye bye.